Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Supremacy webinars. I know it's been a while since we've had a webinar, but we've had some very good reasons, had some house cleaning to do. All that's behind us now, so we're ready to get back to the full swing of things. And today, what we're going to do is blow your minds with a new software from some guys that I've been paying attention to over the last month, and I've been dying to bring this to you. So this past week, I kind of reached out to them and asked them if they could come on and show us their new findings and their new ways to use Google to rank inside Google. That's all I'm really going to say about that right now. I'm going to let the presenters and the webinar do all the talking from here, and we will certainly answer all of your questions over in the chat box. One thing I do want everyone to understand is there are a lot of people on this webinar today. So if you do ask a question and for some reason we miss it, just kind of maybe put a star on it, so we'll see it again and let us know that you're asking the same question again you didn't get an answer to, and we will be certainly happy to answer that question. So let me introduce some of our guest speakers today. The first person I'd like to introduce is Patrick. Patrick, can you hear me?
I certainly can. Thank you very much.
All right, Patrick, good to hear your voice. And I'd also like to introduce Mr. Gary. Gary, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can.
All right, that's Patrick Gary. And also I'd like to introduce Keith. Keith is a power user of this software and has done a lot of amazing things with it, and we're going to hear from him as well. Keith, can you hear me okay?
Yep, hear you fine.
All right, well, that's about all I have to say on that. I'm going to mute myself and answer some questions back in the background. Also, I almost forgot, Mr. Herc Magnus is also in the house. Herc, can you say hello?
Hey, everybody. We're back. We're back.
That's Herc. He's here as well, and we will be, let's get this show on the road. Patrick, I will bow down to you, and you can take it from here.
Yeah,
Did you make me the
screen, Patrick?
Did you make me the presenter?
Yeah, it's coming your way.
All righty. Cool. All right, great. Well, welcome everybody. It's a pleasure to be here, and long time in the making, and we just want to thank Herc and Todd for inviting us to share with you some of the things that we've been working on for a little bit over a year and a half now. And we call it the Ranking Factory Revolution. And what we're going to share with you today are some really interesting ideas and concepts and some results about, how we can use Google itself to help us rank in Google. So, with that, let's kind of just take a little bit of a trip here, and I want to ask you a couple questions. Does anybody have an idea, if you want to just throw something up real quick, how this might even be possible to get Google to use itself, to rank itself? We got Bruce Nelkin, G+, some maps, some other things. Google stacking, oh gosh, using Google Sites. Okay, well, I guess maybe we might learn something ourselves here, Hurt and Todd. Smoke and mirrors, yeah. So let's take a look at some of the things that we're really talking about here. So some of the things that you already are using, like you just said, within your Google Drive, your Google properties, these are things that we are going to share with you and tap in and show you how this is possible to use Google for itself. Now, where do you find this stuff if you're not familiar with it? Basically you can see right here that in order to get to your Google Drive, it's in your email. You just pop on to these little 9 dots. And this is for some of the people who may not be aware of this. Once you get there, you've got the Google Drive button, which is part of that drop down. Next, when you click that, it takes you over to this plus sign over here for new. And that will take you down to opening up some of the Google modules that are available for you in your Google Drive. How many of you are not aware of all of the Google properties that are in your Google Drive that you might be able to tap into? Just give me a yes if you're aware of all of them, or no if you're not aware of them, and give me another no if you don't use them as well. Okay? No, there's a lot of no's here, Todd, a lot of no's. Great, awesome. Okay, well, my main goal here today, may not be everybody's, but my main goal is to help you guys and gals understand the things that are available that Google gives us, and you'll be able to utilize these. Whether you use our software or not doesn't really make a difference. We want to make sure that you guys are learning something that you can use and take away today. Is that fair? Everybody give me a yes if that's fair. Okay? All right, cool. Thank you. Awesome. So here's a question for everybody. You see the first item here called Google Documents? All right, so does anybody know what in the real world that we might use in our computers and on our hard drive in terms of what is the same thing as Google Documents, but something that you use every day? Everybody have an idea? Sure, some of you guys are getting it, and you're right. Okay, Google Documents. Okay, so you've got it. So if you're using Google Documents, then does anybody have an idea how many times the not Google Docs, but how many of you are using your Word documents? How many times a day does Google crawl your website and look at the data that's on your Word document so that you can get that rank? Anybody know how many times that happens every single day? Steven's got it, Rob's got it, Dominic's got it. Yeah, the answer is none, right? So, with that being said, if you have the opportunity of taking all that information that you store that's so important on your hard drive, why not make that information relevant to Google and let them share that to the entire world? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Yep. Got it. All right. So let's do another test. Google Sheets. Does anybody know what you use every single day that is the same as Google Sheets? Okay. Got it. All right. So everybody, Todd Herc seems to get this one. It's Excel, right? And somebody, said to me one day, that's what we put on your bed. No, we're not. This isn't what we put on our bed. It's Excel. And you've got that, and that's really awesome. So Google crawls the docs on your Google Drive. What? WTF? That's true if you allow them to, right? And we're going to show you how that works in a second. Last question here, Google Slides. JC got it right away, right? Right. Okay. And so that is PowerPoint. Okay. So what we're sharing with you here is some of the ideas that some of you don't know because you're not answering, but these are the properties that you can use within Google to rank Google itself by using its own properties. So if you go to this More button, there's Google Forms, there's Google Drawings, there's Google Maps, there's Google Sites, right? So these are all of the things that you can use, and we're going to show you how to use them. And I think some of you will be amazed, some of you may yawn and ho hum, but we started this process a year and a half ago, and now we're starting to get things that are being reported to us. Like I mentioned, one day of stacking put my new site GMB listing in the top 3. Now I know that these are copies, but these are copies directly from our Skype group, and I'll share a little bit of that with you in a minute. Here's another one. I'm part of another group that states something about SEO, but RF is pure magic. Madge is one of our power users as well, and he's been able to really use the product itself and so forth and so on. So we could go through this all day long, but I'm going to share with you something in a little bit that we're going to go live into our Skype group, and you can see how active that our Skype and our support group is. Okay, so with that kind of being said, you can see here at the top we currently have 528 participants. It's actually over 600 now. I think it's close to 600. Every day it grows and grows and grows. And Terry Power is another one of our power users, and he's been with us since, I don't know, almost a year. And he's one of our trainers and teachers, and helps everybody immensely within his group. So that being said, is everybody excited and pumped up to kind of see how this might work and be effective for you? I want to see some answers here. Yes, wait, I'm really amazed already. wait, Terry Powers a power user? Of course he is. 592 Skype group now. All right, great, guys. So what I want to do is I'm going to share with you the interface so that you can see the interface as it looks right now. And like I said, this has been a year and a half in its building. And these are the things that we use. And I'm going to get Keith to pop on here in a little bit just to kind of show you the internal rankings of this. But before I do that, Herc, what do you think so far about, using the same thing that we use every day and the stuff that you use on your presentation on your website for, Project Supremacy and all the things to do that you create your documents that you want to go get those documents on a PBN or you want to get that content ranked somewhere, but it all resides on your hard drive. How valuable would it be if all of that data that you want to be seen by Google because you're creating that data, right? How cool would that be if that you put it where it belongs within Google and make it public and share it? Now Google is going to look at that content for you and use it to rank itself. What does that sound like to you?
Oh, Google scares me. No, it's good. It's good. As long as you're putting the shit that you want Google to see on there, it's great, right? Of course, because you don't want them. Like, obviously, we have our private documents in our private area, but the stuff we want to put into buckets, obviously, it's awesome.
Right.
And we talked about this. Sorry, just to keep going. We talked about this a lot, guys. Any SerpTech users out there? We talked a lot about buckets and the power of being able to put stuff in buckets. This has a lot to do with that as well.
Correct. And we're not done with this. So let me give everybody, Todd and Herc, the disclosure that I told you is that we have a few more modules that we're going to be adding to this program. So I technically consider this a beta program at the moment, even though it's a year and a half old, simply because we're adding things each and every day. So let me just share with everybody, the two things that are on the drawing board in the next 60 days. The next one that we're going to add here shortly is the GMB poster. So how many of you guys in here are interested in Google My Business pages and getting ranked in the 3-pack? Anybody interested in that? Okay, few people. Thank you. Okay. So one of the things that we need to do is not only do you need to have a registered GMB, but you have to have content on there and you have to post on there. So one of the things that we're going to help our members with, Todd and Herc, is the ability to use the GMB API to post your content and your data right into your Google My Business page so that you can get it highly recognized and ranked within Google and help you to get that into the snack pack. Does that sound pretty cool? We've tested it. It works. We haven't added the module here yet. Okay. And we're going to show some results here, Keith, especially on some of the things that he's doing and some tracking results to show where his positioning is moving, on some of the stuff that he's doing by using a ranking factory. The second and the last piece that we have, it's not actually the last piece, but it's really the big thing and the anchor to this is our MAPS program. We've been working on that for about 60 days now. It's going to be another 45 days before we're done, but this is going to be a breakout product. As a matter of fact, all of these products that you see here, we're going to break out into individual products for sale and not be part of the suite as you see it here. But the MAPS product is really going to be a compilation of a lot of different things, but some things you've never seen before, and some really cool items that are going to help your maps rank your sites, maps to get ranked themselves, maps to help rank your GMBs, and so forth. So these are the two things that are coming. So I think it's important, Herc, for me and Todd to say at this point, this product, when and if you decide that you'd like to purchase it, is a product that with any revision that we do does not ever come with an additional price tag with it. So as we add different modules to this over time, and we will continue to do that, the price you pay is the price you get. And rankingfactory.net is down. It is something that happened prior to this, but the buy pages have been, you want to address that a little, Herc?
Yeah, we just, guys, right before the webinar, about an hour before, we had a huge panic situation because our the site went down. We just got notification from hosting level support, and I'll read the message to you. We've had a cascading HVAC failure in our data center, forcing us to shut down a portion of the entire data center. We're addressing the problem, and we'll let you know once your issue can be resolved. So that's why, if you guys are checking that out right now, it is down. That's why, but we have stuff in place in the background to make sure everything goes through for anyone that in the end does like what they see. So sorry about it. We can't control it. It's out of our hands, but we always have our backups in place, guys.
And it's always nice to go into a situation when you're in panic mode anyway. So what the hell, right? It's all fun and all good. Rob, you're asking, does this work with a Mac? It does work with a Mac if you have the most up-to-date parallels. And once we get done with the entire platform here, we will be working on converting it, to a Mac environment for you. Okay. So let me just briefly pop through here and share with you a couple things, and talk about one of the interesting things, Herc, is this: we have up to 10 profiles that we can add here, and they're all Google Gmail accounts, and they're all run through API. So one of the cool things about doing that is when you run a campaign under Gmail number one, because I'll show you this, just the format here, we have a save and a load feature. So when you run this campaign, and don't get caught up in terms of what we're doing, Keith's going to run through this with you a little bit, okay? But you see the user accounts here? I just have my one account here, but you can add 10, total of 10. So pretend with me that you run a campaign under your one account. Then you open up another account, which is easy. You just click on it and you load the campaign that you've done. You change a couple, basic keywords that you have between these processes. And like I said, Keith will share with you in a minute a little bit about all this. And then you run another one, and then you do another profile, and you run that one, and you run that one, and you run that one. The interesting thing about that is that every one of these Gmail accounts has what associated with it? Anybody want to take a stab? Every Gmail account has what? IP, okay. Okay, not an address, but what do they have that's, okay, your location? There you go. Who got it? George got it, Jorge, right? Every single one of these has a drive. Every Gmail has a drive, right? So let's think about this. If you're running all this information and it's saving this information to this Gmail account, and you run it again, and it's saving all of our data to that Gmail account, and you're running it again, okay, and you're saving that data, can you get the idea of how valuable it is to have more than one single Gmail account? And the beauty is you don't have to log in. It's all done through API. You're never going to bust out a Gmail account. As a matter of fact, we've been doing this for a year and a half, and Herc, we've never lost a Gmail account yet. How cool is that? Okay. So it multiplies the amount of data that you can store on your drive, right? And so that's another critical piece that we built into this, so that you have more power of your links and your ranks. Now, ranking for you. One of the last things I want to share with you, and all of this is a lot the same as we go through it, but how many of you translate all of your documents into different languages? Is there anybody that translates all of your documents for all of your marketing, for your PPC, for your CPA accounts, for your GMB accounts, for your website, for anything? How many of you do that? Steve's asking a really great question. How do I do that, right? So I'm guessing, okay, Alex does some of them. Cool, right? There's a huge industry, okay, that survives in this country and other countries that does not speak English. I think I'm going to win this bet, Herc. Okay, I'm going to bet right now an extra free license if anybody gets this answer. Does anybody know from 1 to 20 what position the English language is in the world? 1 to 20. Give me a number. Nobody's got it yet. Nobody's got it yet. Nobody's got it yet. Oh, okay, I got one. You can stop. Turk, you got an idea?
I would say it's pretty low myself.
It is pretty low, but
I don't know the exact number though.
Jason Hill got it. It's 7.
That's what I was going to say.
I knew you were going to say that. I just absolutely knew it. Okay. And Lawrence Tan says Chinese is number 1, and it may well be. I'm not sure, but we did a study on this. Simply because it's important for us to understand that English is not our only language. Dominic, you got it too, but you were like a fraction of a second below Jason. So actually, because you both got it, Herc, remind me, we'll give each of them an extra license at the end, okay?
Yeah, actually, can you guys just right now pop in your email addresses into the chat box and I'll grab those.
So we got 3 people, Jason, Dominic, and George, Jorge. Okay, cool, man, you guys are awesome. Why did I do that? I didn't expect anybody to win, damn it. Okay, cool. So here's what we can do. Think about this, guys. If you're in LA, Chicago, Miami, Dallas, San Antonio, Boise, Idaho. Well, that may not be a good one, but in any place that you want to market, how many people speak a different language than you do? It's a rhetorical question, okay? Okay, Rick Glover, give him your email address and we'll take care of it. So what we can do here is, as we develop our documents for everything that we do, guys, we can translate English into 24 different languages. Okay, how cool is that? Give me a 1 if you think it's cool, or 2 if you don't really give a damn. All right, we got a couple 2s. Awesome. Okay, the reason that it's really cool and super cool, like Chris said, and way cool, is because when you create your documents and you create your HTML files and we load them up onto our clouds, these are live sites. And because of that, people of different languages search in their language. They don't search in English, right? Now, we know that they speak English. Yes, Hebrew does work, okay? And so this allows you to penetrate a market that you may have never even thought that you could penetrate, right? So this gives us a distinct advantage over our competition just by utilizing this one little factor right here. Because how many times can you do this? 24 times. Times how many personas? 10. That's 240 different places that you can have this data and modify it a little bit, ranking for you or pushing your website in different languages, which gives you more backlinks on Google for Google itself. Does that make sense, everybody? Is that cool or what, right? So if you turn the website content into a Word document and plot them on your Google Drive and on a bunch of them as well, is that then going to boost the ranking of that website? Absolutely. Well, look, I think Herc said it earlier, Google scares me, but the fact of the matter is the data that you put on here with the links that you have, we have proven that it absolutely increases your rankability, and you don't need PBNs anymore. Why? Because you got a Google PBN. We can build this out into tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. We do that, but they're all Google links, okay? So why do you need a PBN? That's my theory. I don't know, what you guys are doing, but there's a lot of things by utilizing the ranking factory itself that you don't need other tools anymore, because of this and because of the way that we do this, these become a replacement for some of those tools. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna show you that in a little bit of a second here. Okay, so this is really all right. I gotta laugh at this a little bit, because this is something that Gary and I were dicking around with one day and came up with some really amazing instances, and I'm gonna hopefully have Keith share this with you, but let me give you a simple idea. Okay, how many times a day does Google crawl and search calendars? Anybody have an idea? And no, I'm not giving any way free more licenses. How many times a day do you think they might literally search calendars? 0, 1,000, 2,000, 200,000. Okay. Do you know how many? Derek is right on. Maybe actually a little bit more now since they changed. Okay. So here it is. Every 30 minutes, what we do with the calendars, listen to this, guys. Every 30 minutes, you can create what? An event. That event has your description. That event has your title. That event has a link to where you want to go. Okay, you put multiple titles in here. So we spin it. You have different descriptions, your different locations. So every 30 minutes, you know, Google is looking at this because they have to, okay, in terms of the events. So can you just imagine if we're going to build 48 events, one event for you every day for a half hour, do you know how long it would take you to build 48 events every day? We've done it. It takes hours and hours. With this version of our software, it only takes minutes to build 48 events. Then, Herc, what we can do is we can click a button, and do you know how many times we can repeat that event? Anybody have an idea? Target URL. Tag it. Awesome. Thanks, Ella. I'll have that fixed. Okay. How many times can we replicate our one event by clicking one button? James Parker basically has the answer. Okay. And it is like forever. Because what you can do is hit one button and say copy forever. Okay. And then it will replicate every single one of these events for every single 30 minutes, for every single day, for every single week, for every single month, for every single year. How retarded is that? Right?
Hey, Patrick, I got a question for the crowd.
Absolutely.
How many people do local and want to get a citation for their clients?
Stole my thunder.
Well, here's the question. We have an ability to add one little feature into this calendar, which is called the NAP, and you'll get 48 citations a day forever and ever and ever. Do you think that it will help your client rank in the 3-pack or help get you there?
Game changer. Yep, absolutely, for sure. Okay. And thanks, Gary, for popping in and taking away my wow factor, but it's okay, dude. I love you anyway. Brainer. Heck yes. 48 citations. Yes. Okay. So when you think about everything that we're building here, load and save, load and save, load, do English, load, do Spanish, load, do Hebrew, load. Okay. And literally when we get to different things, I'll show you that we can actually use that for crazy, crazy stuff. Is everybody excited so far? Or have I bored you? Donald O'Brien says no sound. That's obviously not on us. You might want to check something, Donald. Okay, everybody excited? Cool. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Number one, answer that. How much? $2,472. But Herc really beat me down a lot. Todd then beat me up a little bit more. Okay. So I forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, Hunt, let me ask you this, and I think we're going to get some positive answers here, Herc. How many people are using any form of Google Drive right now in their marketing? I'm very interested in that. Give me a yes if you are, or no if you're not. Okay. So Herc, what do you think that ratio is?
Edging on no's.
Yeah, maybe. It's a little bit more no's than yeses, right? I'd say.
Yeah.
All right. So Cool. So if I were to stop right now, and we were over, has anybody learned something that you can go take today, go and do what we've said, figure it out, and start to use this for your ranking? Have we given you some good information? Semantic RYS? No, that's not what we're doing. We've automated everything for you.
There we go. That's like 99% yeses.
Yeah,
That's
cool,
better.
man. All right, okay, I'm done. Okay, it's like everybody loves what we're doing. Okay, great. So let me just kind of drift through a couple things with you. I want to share with you some other ideas. Google Slides, I'm just going to show you how simple this is. You just fill out some data, okay? So when you fill out your data, you have it all available. This is going to create your first page, your second page, your third page, your fourth page. We're not going to build too many pages because we don't need to, all right? But you're going to be able to put in your target URL, your YouTube video. They're all going to be made into these presentations. And here's the cool thing. Once we make the basic version for you, go get yourself a couple tutorials on YouTube on Google Slides and become an expert with them, because by doing that, you're going to be able to add all of your presentations, and you can create these on a lot of different platforms, and you can make them very pretty. The one thing I don't want anybody to complain about is pretty. We're not into pretty, okay? We're into functional. Is that okay with everybody? Pretty is for dates. Whether you're male or female, you want a pretty date, right? I don't want you to date me because I'm pretty. I just want you to love me because I'm ugly and good. Does that make sense? Everybody good with that? Cool. So that's what we do with slides. And once again, what is this up here? Huh? What can we do with the slides we make, guys? Yes, this is recorded, I hope, right? Okay. So let's get out of there and go into the next thing that I want to share with you. This is really, really interesting, okay? Very, very simple. There's only a few fields here. So, Herc, let me ask you this. With the stuff and your awesome product that you have, you know, how much better would it be, and you're probably already teaching this, but I just want to bring this to a head. How many people in here actually, honestly, be 100% honest with me, how many of you 100% optimize your images? Come
It
on.
better be 100%.
Don't be bashful. Okay.
A lot of these guys do, because we've taught image optimization with our software, but I don't think everyone on the webinar has Project Supremacy V3.
Okay.
But there should be a lot of you, a big chunk of you at least.
Okay. So normally I get like an 85-15 that don't. Okay. And this is awesome because this is like reverse, dude. This is crazy good. All right. And so how many of you have all of your photos on your Google Drive? Now I'm going to get you. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. We'll get to Carlos, we'll get to that in a second. Okay. So everybody that says no, what is the next thing that you're going to do today when you get off of here over the next day or two? Come on, what are you going to do? Okay, so another golden nugget. Take those optimized images, okay? Go to your Google Drive, create a folder, put those images in that folder, and make sure that not only do you share or you make them public, you have to make them public and share them as well, okay? Now, every time Google comes to your Google Drive, what are they going to find? They're going to find your images, right? And now that you've allowed them to see the images, they're going to see the data that you optimized them with, any links that you put in the metadata to your website, to your GMB, to your YouTube video, to your CPA offer, whatever it is. And you have all of that power now moving towards your money sites. Okay, so there's a nugget. The difference is we do all that for you right here in literally seconds. Okay, and then you have, and we pull these into our documents that we're using, so you can see the power of an optimized image on Google makes a lot of sense with the things that we're building. Is everybody cool with that one? You love that one? Yeah. Google is my new best friend. Yep. All right, great. So we're going to close that one, and then we're going to go into Keith, are you about ready to fire something up and show a couple things?
Yeah, I'm sitting right here.
Okay.
Hey, Patrick, before we do that, let's show one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
The link grabber. Here's the question for everybody out there.
Right.
When you start making these properties on your drive, how hard is it to go back and grab all those URLs and do something with them? Anybody have an idea how long it would take when you get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of properties?
PETA alert.
Look, nobody's ever going to do it because it just takes too long and you'll give up on it, right?
Yep.
What if we could get all those links and not only get them, but make use of them? What would be a good way to make use of all those URLs? Anybody have an idea?
Indexer, indexing, backlinks. Okay.
Well, I'm going to shut up and let Patrick show you. How's that?
No, I'm not gonna go through there. Keith can do that in a second.
Okay.
But what I wanted to say, stack them. David, awesome, buddy, right? Put them into one document file that is shareable. Jason, awesome. Okay. So what document do you think we would put them in to share them, Jason? Or anybody? Have a guess? Anybody want to guess? Take a guess. Anybody want to guess? Huh? Come on, guess. All right, now we're getting it. So listen to this. Herc, I think this is pretty cool, right? Because no matter what your keyword is, as long as that keyword is in the title of your image, the title of your Google document, the title of your Google site, the title of your Google presentation, okay, you following? You guys tracking with me? Okay, as long as that is a shareable link and it's a keyword here, all we have to do is click our Google Drive, and it will go scrape your entire Google Drive and bring up every single link on your Google Drive. That alone right there is worth $30 a month. What can you do with that? You take those links and you put them into a Google Sheet automatically, and it automatically builds that Google Sheet for you, okay? And when you go to your Google Sheet, which is not going to really kind of do anything for you because I don't have anything found yet, it's going to allow you to build a Google Sheet with anchor text on the right, anchor text on the left, and that sheet then becomes shareable with every single document on your Google Drive. Is anybody excited yet? I mean, really? Okay? It's ridiculous, the possibilities when you think about all that we can do. Okay? Give me a hell yeah if you all are excited about this. And learn something. More importantly, did you learn something right now, what you can do with those links? Even if you don't use this tool. Okay? Awesome. Herc, what do you think about that? Have you ever thought about doing that, my friend?
No.
No, because it'll take hours. And if you don't want to do that, look, you can also go up here and get Google Plus. You can get your YouTube links. Okay, you can get your photos, all of your Google Drive, old and your old Google sites as well as your new Google sites, your Blogger, your calendar. I mean, this is absolutely retarded. Okay, now I want to share with you another thing. So once we build those links, how cool would it be to translate every single one of those links into 24 different languages? And I don't want you guys to get so excited and so, over enthralled with this that you think it's too complicated. It's an elephant, but how do you eat an elephant, guys? Right? One bite at a time. So with the offer that we have today, and I'm just going to kind of go through this, if anybody picks this up, Herc, what we decided to do was we're going to give every single person that buys today our free setup, because when you set up the APIs and you set up the cloud stackers, it could be a little challenging. So one of the ways that we want to help you guys today, Todd and Herc, is we want to give everybody a free API setup, and we're going to also give them a free cloud setup. So we're going to set up 6 clouds for them. We're going to set up Google Cloud, AWS, which is Amazon, Azure, which is Microsoft, GitHub, pCloud, and Alibaba. That's all going to come free. And that in itself is about a $200 package that we charge right now for people that come in. So I didn't know if you were aware of that, Herc, but I think for the crowd here today, I think that's something that we're going to do. So it may take us a day or two to get that done. And, you know, but it's going to save everybody a lot of time and effort. Okay? You cool with that?
Hire a couple new VAs, guys. I think people are loving this. So there's going to be.
And if we do, that's fine. Everybody can wait a day or two, and we'll be right there with them. So, Keith, you got something that we can show everybody here a little bit of how this works and some of the rankings that we're getting.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff loaded up, and I've been running some stuff while you were giving your presentation. So got some stuff to show people.
Shannon asked if it does Google Sites. Yes, we build right here. Just to give you an idea, we build Google Sites right here. The new Google Sites, we build them right within the whole process. Okay, so yes, we can. So Herc, you want to give Keith the reins here?
Yep, let me grab that. Here you go, Keith, coming your way. You should see it pop up there.
You see it?
Yes, I do.
Yes, no?
You might want to try to
see my screen.
Yep, we can see your screen.
I got you.
Okay. All right. I can't see the presentation anymore, so I have no idea what you're looking at other than what I've got on my screen. So
okay. At your screen, sir.
Let me close that down so you don't see that, and because I got a lot of stuff open here. Anyway, as Patrick was showing you, there's a lot you know, to the program and all the different modules and what you can do. So for example, somebody asked the question just a minute ago about G sites. I just ran one just a minute ago while Patrick was doing his presentation, and let me bring that up here. When you, this is just one I just threw together. You know, a lot of the stuff doesn't even, I don't think, make any sense because it's got pest control on it and Gainesville roof repair. But it builds all the pages out for you. So, you know, here's your home page. There's a news page, and for some reason the iframe on here is broke, so I'd have to go back and fix that. Puts images in here. You know, contact us. You can put that in here and add images and videos about us, and then it'll build a privacy page for you. Now you may not look at that as being real. It doesn't look real impressive or something like that. But what I typically do is, you know, if I'm busy working on a whole bunch of other stuff, I'll just let Ranking Factory build my G sites, and then I go back in and pretty them up when they're all done. You know, so I'll go back in and add more images, and I'll add more, you know, edit the HTML to make it look a lot nicer, and then typically, like on a privacy page or a contact us page, I've already got that laid out in a GDoc. So I simply have to copy the GDoc and then copy and paste and just put it right in there, and it's already formatted, so it looks really nice. So the nice thing about Ranking Factory, it'll just build it for you, and you don't have to worry about it. You just got to go back in and fix it. You know, if you want to do that, or you don't have to fix it at all. Depends on what you want to do. But you know, right here, if you look right here, this is a link. And if you look down in the lower left-hand corner, you see that's down here. If you look right there, you'll see the link, and that link in this particular case for what I built, you know, on this little G site is their Google My Business page. And so if you go back into the ranking factory and look at how it's set up, you know, you would let me see, home spin. That's not what I want. Set up. But anyway, you drop your link in. So like right here is the YouTube video, and then here is the header link, and then you also would have like a footer link. And in both of these cases, you can put any link in here you want. In this particular case, I just threw in the Google My Business link. Okay, so there's an example. It does build your GMB pages, and you can actually build a lot more pages with the program. And you got all these additional pages. I mean, you just add a whole bunch more stuff, and then you can go in here and add images, which you can upload from your drive and from your hard drive or from something else. So like I said, I just ran this one while Patrick was doing his presentation. Just a simple 4 or 5 page site like that takes about 17 to 18 minutes to run. You can build them manually a whole lot faster if you're any good at it, but it just does a lot of the work for you. So the other thing that you can also do is Blogger. Here's a Blogger that I just ran a little while ago.
How many? Let me ask everybody a question, Keith. How many people use Blogger for your ranking? Anybody in here use Blogger? Yep. Nope. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, nope. Cool. Thank you.
Okay. The way the Blogger works is you actually have to have a blog already built. Okay. So that blog, like I just did this one just a little while ago to prepare for this webinar tonight. So I just built this one right here, and it's in this user account, and I've got lots of user accounts in here. But the one I did for this, I just put it right here. And then you can just build it out. So there's the name of the blog, and you would actually have to go out and look it up, whatever blog it is. So if I change the counts, I can go to this guy, and I can go pull up his. I got lots of bloggers in there for this guy. So I'm going to go back to mine. Oop, wrong one. Anyway, so it pulled that one right up.
What I wanted to show Keith, what I wanted to share, you see when he drops down the user accounts, like he just did, those are all the variations of accounts that you can have in here. So once you do one for Greg Goodwin, you could do another one for Lance, and another one. You could just go down the list and recreate all of this as many times for as many Gmail accounts as you have. So that's a good example of that.
Yeah, you can just multiply your efforts so much easier, and with the save and load. So once you have all the document stuff set up, you just click save. I'll just do that right here, and it'll save it to your to a folder on your hard drive. So if I go load, it brings them up. See, and if you sort that by date and time, it's gonna the latest one it throws up at the top here because it's the last one modified. So that's something that you have to get into the habit of doing all the time when you're working to make it a lot easier for yourself is to use that save and load feature to save your work and then bring stuff back up again so that you can go in and make the changes. So for example, just to show you how fast this is, I'm just going to take and just change that. I don't want to change that. I'm going to change this to just to put a new title on it. Okay, I'm going to just call it number 1. And as you can see, you got a WYSIWYG editor here, so you can go in here and do all kinds of stuff with it. And you can actually switch to HTML code if you know how to do that, and go in here and change any of the HTML that you want to do, embed images, videos, whatever you want to do. Okay, so I'm not going to do that though. Okay, so I'm going to do a preview so you can see what it looks like. It's always good to do that. And then once it's done, it's going to give you the published URLs. Okay?
Hey, Keith, do me a favor. Yep. Go back to the preview, because go all the way down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I want you to share with people is that when we actually are doing this, right, and concentrating within this, this is another beautiful place for us to do what? Embed a map, embed your NAP for citation authority. And so every time that you run this and stack it, you're going to have a citation to your site. Does everybody understand that everything that we're doing here, where all these modules allow you to put your NAP in everything, embedding calendars, like Brian said? So, you know, I just want everybody to get that visual. Like if you go back to the settings there with the content, you can utilize this as a regular HTML editor for any. What is a NAP? That's something I'm going to take in a little bit. It's name, address, phone number. And that's what everybody uses for citation, right? So just wanted to backtrack that a little bit, Keith. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it's extremely important to understand that every time that we use a Google property, it's a citation, especially if that's what you want to do for your local business, right? How cool is that, everyone?
It is pretty cool. It is really cool. So anyway, so what I'm going to do, just to show you how fast this is to put that blog post up, I'm just going to go here and go create post. And if you look down here, it tells you finish making the blogger post. There you go. So if I go back over here to my blog, it should show right there. Okay, so I can go view, and there's that post. Get out of here. Got all these things popping up here. So there was that post I just did. Okay, and if I go back here and look at this is one I just did a little earlier, which is it's essentially the same post. I just changed the name on it. Okay, so pretty simple. And you know, Blogger, you know, the Blogger blogs, they have a high DA, so you can you know, get some good rank juice out of that. Okay, so after you run that, if you go back here to published URLs, what it's going to do is it's going to give you the URL, that post that it just did. So what you can do is you can copy that, and as Patrick was talking about earlier, you can go to Sheets. Well, here just happens to be a sheet that I had saved earlier. I've got a whole bunch of stuff on here. Here's calendar. Here's your main calendar. Here's all of the different events that are going to run. And so if I want to add that new link, I just go down to the bottom and add it in there. Okay. So this is on the sheet setup. And so what you do is you got to have a document title that you're going to do it on. You're going to select an account that you're going to put it in. You're going to put in a couple of keywords, a main keyword, and then a secondary keyword. And then you want to click this little box right here to convert keywords to anchor text. Okay, and I'll show you that. And then down here at the bottom, I got the NAP. And along with the NAP, I've got just a small number of keywords, but you could, you know, put in 20, 25 keywords if you wanted to, or I wouldn't put 100 in there, but you know. But anyway, so then if you go to sheet preview, okay, see how it builds that out. Shows you the keyword, the link, the main URL, and then the secondary keyword. And these are actually hot links. Okay, so if you click on that, it's gonna take you right to that. Okay, then you also have the translation multiplier, so you could select all if you wanted to do that. You can reorder these. Just huh? I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Pick one. Don't pick
it takes too long. It takes too long. Not going to do that. Okay. So anyway, so once that's done, and I've already run this once, so I'm gonna put a 1 on the end of that. And we're just gonna go upload. And you've watched down here, it tells you it's generating the CSV file to upload. And when it's done, it'll tell you it's finished. See, it's finished. Okay, so now that document is live on my G Drive. Okay, and it has all of those links. Okay, and as you know, as they've showed, you know, you can do translation multiplier, and I could do that translation multiplier for all 24 languages if I wanted to, and then I could repeat the whole process all over again and do that in another account or as many accounts as I wanted to. Okay, So that's how that works. Here is the document stacker. This is another. Well, let me take you to the HTML creator first before we do that. HTML creator actually builds HTML pages that you would upload to the cloud sites. Okay, so essentially you got all your blocks right here, and you'll notice this has got all HTML code in it. And however you want to get your HTML code is up to you. You could either use the Blogger editor or another editor if you've got one. And then you want to put some title variations in here. And this is your metadata. So in your HTML document where it has metadata, this is going to have, I think I got like 8 or 10 different keywords in here. So this is the main web page, and I'm going to do the very same thing again. I'm just going to put a 1 on the end of that just for grins, because I can go in and delete that when I'm done. And then you go over to this tab, and this is where you do your embed. So you can put keywords in here. You want to put a target URL or more than one target URL. It's up to you how you want to do it. You want to put your YouTube video in here to do. And then you also want to put your embed code in for whatever you want to embed in the document. This particular case, it just happens to be their GMB page for the map anyway. And then this right here is going to be the anchor text. So it's got all this in here. So I click generate anchor text. And as soon as that little green button goes white, it'll be done. I probably could have deleted all those. So it just recreated all of the anchor text again. So I go to the editor, and I'm going to see what that page looks like before I even hit go. Okay, so you can just scroll through that, and you can do all kinds. There's all kinds of neat little tricks for what you can embed inside of this document, and that add a lot of power. I mean, you could, inside of your iframes, I think most people know about embedding schema inside your iframes. You could add that, go back to your iframe right here if you wanted to. You could go right there and stick in schema, and that will embed that in this HTML document that you're going to upload to the cloud. Okay, so
Can I pause you
then
there
you
for a
would go.
sec?
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
go ahead.
I just want to pause you there for a sec with what you just said to you guys. Think about, and obviously there's a lot of PSV3 users on here, and you guys know we have the schema builder, right? So when you go and you can build your schema out for these types of sites. Just grab the code. You don't have to embed anything, but you just grab the code that the PSV3 schema builder builds out, and then just pop it right in.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
I'm a PS3 user as well. I'm a customer of yours, and so that's exactly what I've done. I copied the schema right out and pasted it into a notepad document and used it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so here you'd go to the cloud stacker. Okay, as Patrick was talking to you, that they can set up all these cloud documents. So I've got Amazon S3. Got the G Cloud, Microsoft Azure, and P Cloud. I've also got a GitHub and an Alibaba. I've had problems with both of these, so I typically don't use them very much. So what you would do is you would say get a bucket, and it's going to go out and look at all your buckets, and I'm going to go select one. See, I've got a lot of buckets in here, so I'm just going to grab the one that I wanted. And you can reorder these. Typically, what I always do, and this is just my little deal, is because what's going to happen when it builds these HTML docs is it's going to build the G Cloud first, okay, and then it's going to take a link from the G Cloud and it's going to embed it in the Azure Cloud. So it's going to stack it, and then it's going to take the Azure Cloud and it's going to embed that link into the P Cloud. And then the last one is going to be the P Cloud link is going to be embedded in the Amazon cloud, the Amazon S3. Okay, so as everybody knows, or most people know that do any cloud stacking, Amazon S3 has got a lot of power. Okay, so I got this all set up, and you'll see just how fast this is. Just click Cloud Stack, and it's going to build them all. Okay, so it built all those. So let me go back here again. There's all your links. Okay,
Oh,
so
and
I
what can
can
you do
just
with those
copy
links?
those links. Huh?
I said, what can you do with those links?
Gee, I wonder.
I wonder.
uh, I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna add them to my sheets. Let me get back to that again. I go back to my sheets document. Okay, and go back to setup and go to the bottom. And if I wanted to change the name on this to number 2, or what, I could change the keyword and change these keywords, whatever you want to do. Do a preview again, and then I can go upload, and voila, it's done all over again. Okay, so that's what all that does. So you get the power that doing cloud stacking does. And you can do this over and over and over again, and you can do translations and change keywords, and it's just unbelievable the amount of things that you can do with it. So this is one of most of the people that use Ranking Factory. This is one of their favorite tools, using the HTML and cloud stacking. Okay, so next thing I wanted to take into was the document stacker. In this module right here, you can do 4 different things. You can create what's called a buffer document, which that buffer document is nothing more than a G site or a G doc. Excuse me, it's a G doc, okay? That's just a Google document, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a target URL or put a target URL in there, and this just happens to be their GMB page. I threw a little article in here, and down here I've got their NAP again with some keywords, okay? And I've already done this, I think, but I'll change that to a 1 again, or not 10, but 1. And so when you're ready to go, you just go upload, and it's going to go ahead and upload that to your G drive. Okay, so now you have that document, and it's going to be published. Let me see if I can sneak on down to Browsio here and go to G drive. So here's that that document I just created, that buffer document I just created. Okay, so there's got the article, there's your link, and here's that article that was in there. Now that NAP that was there is right here. That's the comment. See that? And all those links are hot. Okay, so whatever, you can put all kinds of links in there. It's whatever you want to do. All right. So and something I typically do when I get a Google document like this is I can edit it, and this is public on the web. See that right there? It says it's public on the web. Okay. And then if you go over here to File, Publish to the Web, you can see it's already published to the web. That's live. Okay. And then if you go right here to embed, you can pull up the iframe. And what can you do with iframes? You can embed those in all kinds of stuff. So, it's just, again, it's a very, very powerful thing. Now, a Google document is really a pretty simple thing. So let's go back down here again. So the next thing that you would do in this module right here is you can create what's called a keyword document. Keyword document is going to be kind of similar to a buffer document. Also, when I go back here and look at that buffer document again, you can upload that as an HTML, okay? Or you can upload that as a PDF, all right? So you know what you can do with PDFs, right? You can do all kinds of things
No
with that.
clue. What can you do?
Hey, Keith, I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
For the people that do local, how many people have lost a client, but you've built all these properties for that particular client, and they decided all of a sudden they didn't need you after you got to page 1 for them? Has anybody ever had that happen to you?
Yep.
So Keith's going to explain how we use a buffer document.
It'll never happen to you again. Ever.
Yeah, what I do, rarely do I ever build a link directly to the website unless it's just the main URL. Okay. But if it's like an inner page on the website or something like that, I'll always build a buffer document, and that target URL will be the inner page on the website. So what'll happen is, if you need to change that link, if you uploaded it as an HTML, okay, all I got to do is pull that up. I can go right there and edit this document and change that link to whatever I want to do and redirect the juice somewhere else. Okay. Very, very powerful tactic to redirect it to wherever you want to go. Okay. And I got a whole bunch of other stuff that I've done with different diagrams that I've built out where I stack sites on top of each other, and I can shoot that juice wherever I want to shoot it to just by going into that buffer document, changing that link.
Rank and rent.
Okay,
Exactly.
and you can. Yeah, and then you can add more links to this as well. I mean, we build link documents where we'll go and harvest the links that you'll get from the G drive. And let me go back down here again, where you're using
Grabber.
yeah, when you're using the G drive tool or the link grabber, and you get all those links, and then you can simply go back into that G doc again and paste them all in there. And make them live, and man, you just got a ton of links. Okay, so let me go back here again to the document stacker. Okay, so I was showing you next the keyword document. Okay, and this keyword document right here, again, you got to have a document title. You put your target URL in here, and that can be any target URL you want. You can put any number of keywords in here that you want, but you don't want to get stupid and crazy. I kind of limit it to 100 keywords, and that's just what I do just for safety. Again, put your NAP in here, and you can preview that, and you can see that's just what it's going to look like. It's just going to give you a list of keywords, and these are the links, and it's going to take you right out to their GMB page with that keyword anchor text. Okay. And let me go back to the document again. Again, I can upload as an HTML or as a PDF. You can use it either way. I'll do both when I'm just building links for whatever. I'll shoot both of them, and then again you can do your translations if you want, and then again you can upload them to multiple accounts. So you can really multiply your work and do it very, very quickly. I'll just run this one real quick just to show you how fast it is. Just go upload. You can go down here, see it's creating, uploading, and now it's finished. So that document is already done. Okay. So next, what we would do in this module is we would do what's called the article stacker. Okay, and the article stacker allows you to create like 5 documents with different keywords, and with that, again, with a target URL, and we're going to have that document title, and I'll call that number 2 this time. And what you're going to do under, and again, you can upload as an HTML or as a PDF. I'm going to go to the original article, and then here is where you want to put your spin tags. Okay, so I take a spin tags article, and then I can go in here and say spin. Okay, and what it's going to do is it's going to create a unique article for 1. So this is a unique, and again, you got the NAP. You want to copy the NAP in here. You actually have to copy and paste this manually. It doesn't do it for you. And then article 2, that's unique. Article 3 is unique. Article 4 is unique, and Article 5 is unique. Cool. Okay. So once it's all done, and we'll just do this just for grins. We'll go back here again, and we're going to upload this as HTML, and just go upload, and watch down here. You'll see creating.
Hey guys, can I just interject for 1 second here? Just reading comments coming in. I just want to ask the audience a question. Like, guys, on the webinar, everyone watching, I know that they're going through a really intense demo right now, and a lot of you are like Okay, we get it. This thing's badass. So just by a show of hands here, give us a 1 if you guys want to like kind of get more to the, the pricing and the proof and stuff, or give us a 2 if you want to continue on the demo. And I'm sorry to speed you guys up. I'm just seeing so many people.
That's okay.
Yeah, just because it's a lot of software, guys, and honestly, the stuff that they're doing is the training. You're going to get this in-depth level of training if you get the product as well. So we're seeing a lot of 1s here, guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So anyway, when it's all done, you go to uploaded URLs, and there's all the URLs for the documents we just created.
Let's go take a look at some of the pro ranker statistics, and we'll go ahead and pop the link to the price page. You want to put that in there, Herc? Who do we leave? Hello?
Sorry, I was on mute. I was talking for like 6 minutes. Let me do this, guys. Everybody in the audience, let's have another vote. So what I want you guys presenters to do is start showing some proof and stuff like that. But I also want to do this. I know there's a lot of people on this call, just by the comments and stuff that I'm seeing, that already own this software. So please, guys, give me a 5 if you already own this software. I just want to see how many of you out there that are on and just like grabbing the extra trainings and shit. Okay, so there's a few 5s coming in here. Now, out of you guys that are 5s, can you give me a score of 1 to 10 on how much you love it? Okay, and what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna screenshot this for you, okay? These chats coming in, I'll just grab a quick one. See, I see Christopher, I see your, okay. Guys, I'm gonna grab a screen from you real quick here. Okay, because guys, we're gonna get into the close here because I know you guys, you've probably already seen enough, you know how amazing this is. So let me just grab this. So on the 2 questions I just asked, let me grab the screen, here we go. Show my screen, clean. Okay, I said, give me a 5 if you own the software. A few people came in with 5s and I said, give me a score out of 1 to 10 on how much you love it. 10, 10, 10, 9, 10, 8. I need to eat dinner, how much? You guys get the point? Like the people that own it in this group are on the webinar watching them present it. They already own it and they love it. So you guys ready for some pricing? Give me a 1 if you guys want to buy this. This thing is, yeah, it looks expensive. It really does. So I see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to drop the link for you. And while I'm dropping the link, you guys, why don't you go over some testimonials and stuff from other users and give some proof and shit like that. I mean, I've already kind of done that with this image, but let me send the screen back to who wants the screen here.
Yeah, one of the things, Herc, you have to really remember is that there's 2 price points on there. One's the combo.
Right.
So if any, let's let Keith go through some proof, and then I might need about 10 minutes just to show what the content factory is if anybody's interested in the combo afterwards.
Yeah, okay, do that. Yeah, let's just get this rolling because people are hungry right now and they want to eat shit like that.
My wife just brought my dinner here too, but I can't eat it because it's ribs. Anyway, let me just show you some stuff here. Okay.
Got to give you back the screen. Hold on.
Okay. Here is a screenshot that I did. I use Pro Rank Tracker.
Open it up. We can't see it. Make it bigger.
I don't think I can make it bigger.
Okay.
It's as big as it's going to get.
All right.
But anyway, so this was a screenshot I took on 6/4, June 4th. This is it's a 3-pack report. So this is set up just to show me client keywords in the 3-pack. Okay. So you can see on 6/4, I had 186 keywords that are in the 3-pack. Okay. That he ranked for out of a total of 743. Okay. That's the thing is that's not true. That's not a true number. And I'll show you the reason why. If I go to something that Google does is over here on the right-hand side, you'll see what looks like the client GMB. This is like position 0. Okay. So and I've got, for this particular client, I've got a whole bunch of ranks that are in position 0 here. And then he'll have more ranks over here in the organic. Okay. So that Pro Rank Tracker screenshot that I just showed you does not give you the true picture of what's really out there. So he ranks for a whole lot more than just 189 in the 3-pack. This screenshot right here is from around the same time frame, and this shows you that for 448 position 1 ranks, 502 position top 3 ranks. That means it's not position 1, but it's going to be positions 2 and 3. And then in the top 10, I've got 428 more ranks for position 10 through position 4. Okay, and that's out of a total of 2,093 terms that I'm tracking. Okay, so I think I'm doing okay. But Google plays with us. They are they're changing the stuff all the time. So things go up and down. They've been going down for the last few weeks where I've been losing ranks, but then this week it's starting to come back up again. So they seem to be testing. So that's just a couple. And we've done some other stuff. We ran a group test here recently where we took this Gainesville roof repair. And it started like on June 8th. I got involved with it on June 11th, and I was running some position rank tests. And you can see right here for that term, they were in position 18 in maps, and all the way down through here. So what I did is I counted up. So when we started, they had three positions in maps, and this is one I just did tonight. This actually should say 628. And I don't know if anybody's touched this thing in the last week, but as of a few hours ago, they had 7 in maps. Just from us doing a little bit of work on it. And this site right here, this keyword right here, Gainesville roof repair, went from position 18 on 611 to where 628 position 1. Okay, so the negative right there shows you the decrease. So it moved up 17 positions. Okay,
hang on a second, bud. Hang on one second. Hey, Herc, the link that we gave them, a couple of people are buying, said they did, and some others say they can't see anything.
Just press Control F5, guys. We had that's that server issue. You might be cached. But yeah, go ahead, just press Control F5. And now I know that people know we were giving the link to some people who are asking for the link. We really got to move through this, guys. So show them Content Factory, and then let's drop the link for everybody.
Okay.
You going to show that, Patrick?
Yeah.
Show Content Factory so people understand what that is.
Keith, if you got it set up, you could go ahead and run it real quick, and I'll explain it.
I've got it.
Hey, pop it up real quick. There you go.
Yeah. I got one set up here already, but
good.
Go.
Leave it there. That's okay. Start from scratch. Okay. Let me share with you the other process that we have is Content Factory, and in all things that we do, we need content. We need content for videos. We need content for blogs. We need content for sites. We need content for everything. So go back to the original. Somebody give me a keyword, and let's just do a live test and show you exactly how this works and how quickly it works and how good it works. Okay. So I can't see the chat, but Herc, you want to give me a keyword and make it a very, very high level root keyword. Okay.
Improve golf swing.
No, it's too much. You could say golf
swing.
Right.
I'm going affiliate.
Yeah. Okay. If yours crashed, just let me know and I'll give Herc to give me my
No,
screen.
I had to close it down so I could bring it back up again.
Okay. So we want to talk
I
about
couldn't,
calls.
as soon as it pops back up here.
Now, the reason that we have this as a combo is because as you guys noticed, everything that we shared with you today has content, okay? And how do you get really good content? How do you get really relevant content? For a lot of what you're doing for documents that sit on your drive. Herc, one of the questions that I saw throughout today is, well, don't you have a lot of duplicate content? Well, the fact of the matter is that the documents that are on your drive, they're your documents. So it's not duplicate content if it's on 5 drives because it's your private drive. It just happens to be a publicly shared document. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, because I know that was a question that some people were asking. All right, so I'll get into some technical things in a second here, but just go ahead and put in the keyword golf and take the geo-targeted tick off, if you will. All right, just
We
put
got a
in
keyword?
golf swing.
Golf swing?
Yep. And we'll get into some technicalities in a minute, but for those of you that are interested, take the geo-targeted off. Geo-target, take the tag off. All right, now hit start. So what this is going to do is, but whether you're using proxies or not, it depends. But we're going to go out and we're going to look for keywords that are relevant based upon the top 10 rankings for the term golf swing, okay? And some of this is going to come back based on your IP and where you're located, you know, with some local information, and some of it's not. So we look at that and we see all those keywords that come back. So what we do at this point is we save those keywords to our document file, and then you can utilize them for other keywords, because these are actual keywords that the system is looking at from the top rated websites that are in the niche that you want to find. So literally, if you want to take the time, you can go run an article for every one of these keywords. If we did that, it might be until tomorrow. So what we're going to do is deselect every single one of them, and then we're going to try to run an article on, let's look at something that is related, right? Mechanics, tips, golf swing analyzer, okay? Let's click those 3, 4, and let's try golf aids, okay? Just those 4.
Okay.
Once you've picked the items that you want to get an article for, you click OK. And here's going to tell you whether or not you need proxies or not. It depends. It's not really consistent within the process. But if you see that over on the right-hand side under current action, that the process is starting to check through Yandex, Yahoo, you know, and a bunch of other ones. And right now it does carry a CAPTCHA, but we are paying for the CAPTCHA so that you don't have that extra cost. If we're lucky, we're going to end up with something here in a minute that's going to pick up some articles for us. And you don't really have to worry about how many articles that you pick. You just have to worry about you get a couple of those articles, because you'll see why in just a second as it runs through those. So hopefully in the current URL, you're going to see success URLs that we're looking at, that we're scraping, that are relevant: Golf Channel, Golf Fidgeter, Facebook Golf, PGA. So you can see that these are all authority sites that we're pulling our data from. We're not getting stuff from eZine articles and crappy article scrapers and whatever. And you don't even know if the data on those are authority content. So within this, we're going to scrape it. We're going to end up with 4 articles. You might think that's not a lot, but you know, take a look. Open up the box so that people can see the expanded box there, top right-hand corner next to the red X. Make it a big box. There you go. Okay. So with that, I know it might be hard, but everybody pick a sentence. All right. So pick the top sentence and make sure you can read it. Okay. So that's a tip. Golf swing. Can you read it? Every single, you know, line, every single word, every single punctuation is perfectly readable. Now, this does 95% of the research for anything that you want for any product that you have. We find that the data that is relevant to your content. Now, that doesn't mean that you want to copy this and this is what you're going to use. No, you're going to want to go in there and make your own little tweaks, your own little edits. And I'll show you in a minute how you can add your videos, add your images, and external links to authority sites. But really, this is just a quick, process to show you how valuable this is.
Hey, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
Can we just show? Can we pop that the page up and then come back to anybody who wants to see this?
Sure. Well, the page is already up.
No, I think we need to take people like to explain what the package options are, because I mean,
Okay.
people are like definitely wanting to see this. We've dropped the link already, guys. So what he's showing you right now, just to kind of sum it up, guys, is there's 2 packages that are for sale. So can you put it on the buy page for now, and then I'll go over it with people.
Okay. The link. Well, Keith has it, so I have to give it to Keith. Hold on.
Yeah. So guys, there's 2 packages, okay? One is going to be a combo lifetime, okay? And that's the $1,747 option that you see, okay? But that right now, we're going to have a coupon for that. You can see it at the top, PS300. That's going to give you $300 off the combo. You're going to get the software, but you're also going to get the ranking factory, what she's showing you right now. And I'm sorry that it kind of got confusing, everybody. But you guys were like, oh, like, give me the link, give me the link, give me the link. But we weren't even able to show you like the full value of the package because we're running over and shit like that. So now people are saying, well, what's Content Factory, right? So we wanted to show you Content Factory before we showed you the price. Didn't work out that way. So $1,747 coupon PS300 is going to give you the Ranking Factory software and the Content Factory, which is the content generation software that he's kind of trying to demo right now. And it's a 2 license deal. The basic, guys, is going to be just the Ranking Factory software. And there's also a coupon on that for the PS100. We'll get you $100 off that coupon there. So I still see that people aren't seeing that page. So what I'll do is I'll just grab the screen, guys.
Just share the screen with me. I have it up. If you like. Okay. Just give me the screen.
Who's that speaking, actually? Sorry.
Patrick.
Okay. There you go.
Cool. Okay. So you can see my screen okay?
Yep. So just taking through the difference between, what the licenses mean.
Sure.
And then, guys, we'll come back to the Content Factory. Of course, any questions you guys have about anything like that, just so that we can get everybody's questions answered and shit like that.
Very simply, with the Ranking Factory, what we're going to give you, this is a one-time single license. People asked if there are additional fees associated with this, and the answer is no. Once you own it, you own it. You get all of our updates forever for free, and there's never going to be an increase in cost ever within the system. The bonus that we're given is because, as some of you have indicated, that looks awesome. That is great. Holy shit, that's a lot of work. Well, it really isn't once you get to know it, but what we're going to give everybody here, and you're going to have to be a little bit gracious with us because I've never done this before, but we're going to give you a free done for you setup, which means we're going to set up, and this is for both packages, we're going to set up all of your APIs, and we're going to set up all your clouds, and then we're going to also give you a free first campaign. So you're going to work with us on your first campaign, giving us the information. We are going to run that for you, okay? And then not only that, and it's not on here, Herc, but we're going to also give you the files that we're running for you so that you can put them in your folder and you can just simply click load and save, okay? You've saved them, now you're going to load them. Now you can pop all of those things up that Keith was sharing with you. The data is going to pre-populate all of those fields. And literally, guys, all you're going to have to do is go in and click a different translation and click go. You're going to click a different cloud stack and get go. So we wanted, Herc, for your group, and we've never, ever done this before, okay? But we felt that because of your product and the proficiency of what you teach people, we wanted to give everybody a head start. And so we're going to give those as bonus values. And with the other option, with the Ranking Factory and Content Factory, they work hand in hand. And that's why I'm showing you how to get the really good content and establish that content that's really relevant, because, Herc, I'm sure you're teaching everybody and are aware, not only does Google want content, but what they're doing in their new change is they're looking for relevant content to the page, not just good content, but absolute relevant content. And every single word that we pull from the content factory is bringing that relevancy in, because we know that it came from an authority page that's already ranked in Google on the, and Yandex and Yahoo on the top 10. Does that make sense? So we're going to give you, the free done for you setup as well on the ranking factory with that. There is really not much, but I will be doing a demo and a complete walkthrough on Content Factory for everybody once the promotion is over, Herc and Todd, for you guys. So there will be no questions asked that are not answered. Is that clear?
Yep. Everybody give me one if you guys are clear right now. And give me two if you're more questions. Because we're going to take questions, obviously, guys.
Well, I'll be here for as long as you want.
Yep.
But I know a lot of people have to leave.
Yeah.
And I appreciate them being here this long.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to just grab the screen just because I'm going to show the link and stuff like that for people.
Okay.
Here we go, guys. Okay, just in case anyone, we put the link in the chat box, guys. Okay, but this is the link if you guys want to grab Ranking Factory. It's projectsupremacy.com/RF. And I noticed that when we were putting the signups for the webinar, people guessed that RF did mean Ranking Factory. No, there's no V3 on it. This is the link, just as you see it, guys, projectsupremacy.com/RF. That will get you over to, oh, there's the questions. Okay, where was it? Let's just go there. Just because some people were saying they couldn't see it for whatever reason.
I think the expiry link on the top is kind of blocking it. 1747 and 997.
Yeah, you guys see it now? I'm sharing my screen now. I'm scrolling up and down.
Oh, that's my fault, actually. Sorry.
Okay. So this is the combo, guys, that they're talking about. You get the Ranking Factory software. You also get the content software, which builds the content for you, okay, on the combo. And you get $300 off, guys. This coupon expires in 1 day, 6 hours, 17 minutes, and 5 seconds. If you click on Buy Now, let me show you how to enter the coupon, just because I know some people are asking. Click on Buy Now, and then you're going to scroll down to the coupon area. You're going to paste it in and click the blue button, and you're going to see it goes to $14.47. Please make sure, guys, you are using the coupon before purchasing, okay, because it's not easy to go in and process $300 refunds or whole refunds to get you back. So please make sure you're doing that. And then once again, the $17.47 goes down to $14.47. You get both pieces of software. The basic, you just get the Ranking Factory software. They're both two licenses, but as a bonus for you guys, they're going to do the DFY, the done for you setups, and the done for you first campaign as a bonus on either package. Okay, and then, okay, so here's some questions. I'll just read questions out and you guys can answer them. What does one license versus two licenses provide?
Okay, each single license is dedicated to a single IP or MAC address. So this is how we protect pirating. So if you have a VA, or if you want to have it on your home computer and a VPS, you would require 2 licenses. If you have a agency and need 5, let me know and we'll figure that out for you. But that's the reason that we're giving you the bonus license, so that you have the opportunity to put this on 2 different machines. Okay. Can we purchase more campaigns after one of the packages? Yes, Steve, you can. Max says that we're sick. I'm hopeful that means a good sick and not a bad sick. Can those of us that have it and haven't used it yet get a DFY service? Rick, yes, you can. Max says good sick. Okay, don't tell anyone, but I use Perfect Content Factory for my SERP Tech website.
So, you know what's funny, guys, is like Dan, that exact comment was actually why when we saw this, we're like, oh my God, we need to tell SerpTech users about this. Because SerpTech, I mean, everyone's like, we build these SerpTech sites, we get immediate rankings, and we keep telling everyone, you want to boost your rankings, guys? Do you want to get all these keywords ranking more and more and more? You got to start building links to them, right? But this is a perfect solution for SerpTech builds. Guys, start building your SerpTech sites. You already know how well they rank on their own. Put Rank Factory on, start building out some clouds, building links into your category pages, use your buffer networks, and you will see amazing results. And that's the exact reason that we wanted to show this to you guys. And I mean, even with V3, I know there's a lot of V3 users. You guys know how to optimize your sites, obviously. You know how to build your schema. Hopefully you've watched the best 2018 Best Optimization Practices webinar. It works for affiliate sites, it works for local sites, it works for client sites, Shopify stores, e-com sites, Amazon properties, anything that you want to build links to, guys, this will work for. And it's all automated. It's an extremely unique way and safe way of using Google to rank sites in Google. Let me see if I got more questions.
Yeah, there's a bunch more questions here.
Yeah, so clarify, please clarify, unless, sorry, if you already answered it, just let me know. Where is the info pulled from on the Content Factory? That might be a secret sauce. I don't know.
It's a bit of a secret sauce, but the reality of it is we look at a lot of different sites, and we're looking for the authority sites that have content on them about your topic. Okay, as you may have noticed as we were scanning through the sites that we were Skyping, one was PGA Golf, right? Another one was golf tips. Another one was a Wikipedia. Okay, so we're gathering with our algorithm the most relevant content that we can find. And is it perfect? Absolutely not. Okay, a lot of times you're going to get content that's relevant to your geo-targeted area. That's one of the reasons. Are we okay going back to the content so I can talk about that a little bit, Herc? I'll keep talking until we can go back to Keith and he can show us the screen.
Sorry, I just did it again. I was talking with my mic muted.
Okay, cool.
I was just going to ask the audience, do you guys want to see, now that we've kind of got the pricing out of the way, do you want to see more in detail what Content Factory does? So you know why the combo is such a higher price? Because it is worth it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll pass the screen back. Keith, you're probably going to show it, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm going to send that to Keith. Okay, guys, now anyone that's interested in buying the bigger package and you want to know what Content Factory does, this is the demo. Okay, we didn't get to it because everyone was like, give me the buy link now, and then you guys all went on a crazy frenzy and we had to react, so we did. But this is what the Content Factory is, and it comes with the bigger package.
Okay, so we have the content here that's been scraped, and you can see it has the titles. So someone asked, can we edit this? Well, if you look at the very bottom, you can see edit. So everything in this window is editable. Like if you hit golf swing tips and highlight that and click the drop down by the head 3 above, all the way at the top, you can highlight and hit head 4, hit head 4. Okay, so you got heading 1, heading 2, right? All these various headings, so you can make your H1s and your 2s and your 3s. Okay, and what we've done, and I'll show you how this works in just a second, but each of these highlighted areas like golf swing mechanics, what we did is we looked at golf swing mechanics from a different number of sites, and we pulled various sentences. So here's the reality, guys. If you copy this entire article and put it in Copyscape, it may or may not pass the 85% rule in Copyscape. It may or may not. We find a lot of times that it does, okay? But the reality is this is 95% of your research, okay? We've got people that are on here watching from our regular Ranking Factory and Content Factory site that are using this, and they love it and they kill it simply because all you have to do is make this your own. You go in and change a little of this, put your local geotags in here, put your local business in here, put their email address, their NAP, their videos, their images, change it up a little bit, and you're pretty much going to be assured to get, at least an 85 to 95% Copyscape. passing ratio, okay? Also on the bottom, if you're HTML savvy, you can click on the HTML ticker down there and, hey, go to town. Do whatever you want to do within this content right now from within here. So let's just go ahead and make an edit, Keith, and make one small change. Doesn't matter what, just change a word someplace. I don't care. Golf, yeah, just change a word. Golf swing mechanics now. That's fine. Okay, so once you've updated your article, you go down to the bottom right-hand section, save it, article is saved. Now you click finish. Okay, so spin 4 articles. We have 4 articles up here. 1 we just modified, 3 that we didn't. Okay, so we don't.
Well, I've got spin rewriter in here.
Okay.
I don't want to be showing my API key.
So that's a different search.
I don't.
It should be pulling in.
Oh, it's doing it?
Yeah. It's going to take a long time here. Okay.
All right.
Because of what we're doing. So you can.
Okay, there you go.
Is it pulling it up? Okay. All right. So while that's working, I want you guys to look over to the left-hand side because it's important for me to share with you the version that you're getting is the pro version, right? And so you can put geo-targeted content in here. If you add the anchor text, external anchor text, which is, Herc, I'm sure you promote that everybody needs authority anchor text out, right? So within the options button up top there, if Keith will click that.
Say what again?
Options. Okay. So you can see on the bottom anchor text and keywords, everyone. So what you want to do is you want to go find 10, 15, 20 different authority sites on your topic, put those links in here, and then add your keywords over on the right-hand box. And you want to also include your base keywords like click here, find it, all the non-anchor text relevant keywords in a mix in here. So you can put as many as you want. If you go over to the spinner options, we've done and added spin rewriter API. So you don't have to go to spin rewriter. You don't have to do this and copy it and whatever. So if you click on the spinner options right there, Keith, we can go and add your email and your API key. Click on the advanced options section right there underneath spin rewriter. So if anybody's familiar with spin rewriter, you now have all of the spinner options that you want in here. Okay. Our content is so good that we bring in that I recommend that you use a confidence level of high because you don't need much of a spinner. And I generally only use synonyms, but you have and can make up your own recipe right here based on what you want to do. Let's say, for example, that you want to use this content for GSA, right? Or Money Robot or some other tier 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, PBN crap. If you want to do that, then certainly you can spin this any way that you want and take that HTML file and content file and pass it over to those, PBN type of processes that you might be using. However, we don't use any of those because we use a PGN, which is a public Google network. So we don't need any, PBNs with the way that we use the content and the way that we use Ranking Factory. Okay, you can close that. Okay, now if you have Word AI, the best spinner, you can put those in there as well. And we do support those. I'm working on the bottom portion of this because XSpinner API allows us to rank or actually spin this in foreign languages, but because you're going to be tied to Ranking Factory, you really don't need to use that option. Okay, so let's go back to the start. And here's the really cool part. All right, take the geo-targeted tag off, if you will. You can see if you tick the anchor text there, you can add Herc as many anchor text as you want on a random basis, anywhere from 0 to 7, 0 to 6. You pick your formula. It doesn't make any difference to us. Okay, and it will incorporate all those external links with all those anchor text that you incorporated into your content of your article. The next one is really cool. because if you click that box and you put your YouTube channel in there, okay, anybody want to give me a guess of what you can add to your article if you tick this box? Anybody have an idea? Can you quickly give us a 30-second, 1-minute summary of exactly what this is and how it works? No, I can't. You can put in your videos, your perfectly optimized videos that you're taught to do within Supremacy and V3 and everything else. You optimize your videos. You now bring those videos with all the optimization into your article, okay? What does that do? Relevancy. What does Google want? Relevant content. What do they want with externals? Relevant content. So you can get the picture that what we're building is going to increase the value of that article because you're bringing in external YouTube videos that are highly relevant in content in the description and title and tags. Everybody agree with that for a second? Yep. This is the same as a local prep. Yep. Good. Okay. Tick that box off. Now, Herc said earlier, he teaches you and shows you how to optimize your images. So if you click the image box, okay, now you can go to wherever you store your images. Well, you know, literally, you don't have a URL on your hard drive, so you can't pull images from your hard drive here, but you do have a URL where? Where do we just teach you to save your images? Right? Where are you going to pull your images from? Your optimized images, your Google Drive. Robert's right, John's right, David's right. Okay. So now you put your Google Drive in here and you say how many images you want to pull into your article. Right? Oh my God, I just saw the second bonus. People are nuts if they don't grab it. Oh my gosh, thank you, David. I appreciate that. So you can filter in as many images as you want into your article. Okay, so the way that we've added this and the products that we've added into the content, there's nothing like it on the market that I know of. And people tell me all the time, well, this is good, this is great, this is awesome, you should do this, you should do that. But none of them pull 100% relevant content. And there's very few that add any other elements. And we're adding everything to make your article SEO. Now, you guys ready to get your ass kicked blown? I got something really cool that I want to show you. Can this put you up Google Maps? Yes, it can. Well, you know, we believe that everything that we do in its entire combination, any one single item can help, but the combination of everything that we built for you and are giving you today is really, Herc, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm going to, okay? If you don't mind. Open your mic.
My mic's open.
Okay. And I don't want you to mention any names, but with what you've seen today and the product and the process that we use today, can you envision and give me an idea? And I know this is on the spot and you haven't had time to think of it, and I didn't ask you, and I do this all the time, I apologize. Can you envision products that people have purchased, that are spending money on, that are semi-useless? Some are good, but just give me an idea what you think. How much of the products that people have that they're spending money on could they eliminate by utilizing these two products in the processes of ranking? Can you come up with something in your mind that says, well, you know what? I don't think I need that. I may not need that. I definitely don't need that. Don't mention any products, but how many products and how much money per month do you think that you could save if you had these two products working in tandem with each other that you're spending now? And if you say nothing, that's fine. I don't care.
What I would actually say, you actually said the word, more so than products, I would say process. Because I mean, I got good at what I do because I really learned how to build links. And to me, links is the foundation of everything that I've done successfully on the internet. And the process and the time that you'll save by having something like this that takes away that time and it makes the process so much more efficient is invaluable to people that are like building links. Now, as far as products that it replaces, I could definitely think of a few, and I'm sure everybody else here can. I mean, our crew is a pretty smart crew. They've seen a lot of shit.
Right.
But for me, it's definitely process.
processing time, right?
Yeah, times is the most valuable asset anybody has,
Right.
in my mind.
Exactly.
So if you can save time and get something done, that typically has a long process, it's a really, really good deal. Like just paying, like, so for instance, I used to run a PBN link service, right? And people would pay me $250 a month for a package of links. Well, this is a better value than that. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that against my own PBN service.
Mm-hmm.
You take the control. Like I got rich because I took control, and people want to do that. They should take control of the things that are going to save them time and get them results. And this is one of those tools. That's why we loved it. We've been watching this tool for a long, long time, and wanted to bring it to you guys. So that's really what I really, really like about it.
Awesome. Thanks. And I just want you to verify that was not a question that I'd asked you earlier. It was just, on the spot, impromptu, and you could have told me, nothing.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I didn't read that off a sheet.
All right, so let me go to something here and show you where this is all taking place. So Keith, go on into the folders where we save this, into the double G pest control folder. You can see right there where we're saving all of our data. Okay. Now, one of the things that we do with this, and quite frankly, if you're using external sources that are just relying on relevant content, such as some of the other products that are out there that do that, what I'm going to show you right now is really cool and interesting for them. As soon as Keith pulls up the his
Wrong drive.
Yeah, Keith Drive documents double G. Why we got double G pest when it's for roofer? You silly.
I got golf swing. Is that what you want?
Yeah. Okay. But do that. But all right. Hold on that 1 second. I'm sorry. Over to the right. No, never mind. We did it. So this is the folder where we're going to have all of our stuff. So look at the text file. Okay. And then you can kind of, all these are the various texts and articles that we built or where it comes from. So we pull various sentences from various text files to build the article that you are actually looking at. So you can go ahead and open one up so that people can see it. It's over to the right there. Okay. So if you do format word wrap, it may be better for people to understand what we got. Okay, cool. Oh, you already had it there. Nice. Go back and do it the other way. Okay. So you'll notice that in this particular article, Golf Swing A, this is data relevant, and it is perfectly written because it's coming directly from, a site that wrote it. So if you wanted to just take this content and put it into some, PBN or spinner, which is great and fine, you can do that. This is 100% relevant. It's not easing article scrape crap, right? Or some of the other places where people get data. We get our data straight off the internet, straight off of ranking sites, and we know this content is good, okay? So you can close that one. And now here's the really cool part, right? So let's see, go back up to the Golf Swing, one up. Now go one up in your menu bar, go to Golf Swing, next to text in the menu. Okay, I want you to look at sentences. So one is text and one is sentences. All right. Now, once again, these are the sentences that we're building in order based on where we scrape the data, and you can never figure this out because of the algorithm. But here's what I want to show you guys. Okay. This is going to blow your mind. And Herc, and I really, with what you did with your PBN service, tell me what this, and once again, I hate to put you on the spot, but minimize this, and I want you to go to all text. Because this is what you guys have to work with, right? Look at that all text box right there. It's 183 KB. Every single word on that page, Herc, is relevant to the Golf Swing keyword. And all the other keywords that we pulled in those articles is relevant to the information in that file. So if you had this data available to do something with in its rawest form, in terms of what you used to do, how valuable would that have been to you?
I like to do what works.
Okay, so you've got all this content that's relevant. Would that have worked in the creation of all these PBN sites that you were working for in terms of relevancy?
Well, to be fully honest with you, I don't know because I never did use spun content on my PBNs. I never believed in that because I pay a lot of money for my PBNs. So I'm not going to answer that and say, yeah, spun content would have
Well,
worked
this
awesome.
isn't
I don't
spun.
know. I've never tested it.
This is not spun content. This
Yeah,
is
if it's relevant, high quality content, and then it works amazing, right? And that's kind of why I said, look, I just do what works. If I know something works and it takes me less time and less work, then I'm all for it.
okay. So let me throw out an absolute ridiculous, 100% stupid idea. Okay. We all know that you can create an embed code, right? And you can create an embed code, say on any HTML site, on any WordPress site, and you can actually do it on a G site, right? So let me ask you a question. What if we took this data here, and I could get Keith to show you how to do this, but you'll get my picture, and you put it on a Word document, and you make that Word document public, and you make it shareable. When you make that Word doc shareable, you can get what? An embed link, right? Yes? Everybody agree with me? Okay, Herc, you got your mic muted again. So let's do this. Vision this, and maybe Keith, you've probably done this, but if you do an embed code and you set the width and the height to 900 wide and 15 high, and you embed this document in your HTML site, you embed it anywhere that you can, what does that embed look like on that page? Anybody have an idea? Tell me what you think it looks like. If you're going to embed a 900 by 15 code with all this relevant content in, okay? I've got a header, okay? I've got, what is Santa Fe meeting article? It doesn't make it, it's regular content, okay? Okay, so here's the answer. A little scrollable box. Robert, you're basically right, but it looks like a line break. And all that data is on that site. It's all relevant to your topic, but it's all embedded into a size that nobody can read, nobody can see except Google. Now, how freaking crazy is that? You get my picture here of how valuable the content that you create, wherever you create it, if it's totally relevant to your topic, now you can use this technique of creating the embed code of your content and making it a scroll bar on your page that nobody can actually see because it looks like just a regular line break. Does that make sense, Herc? It's crazy. And when Google puts that information and scrapes it,
there's one right there.
okay, show it to, what does it look like? Can you make the page? No? But there's an example of what we're talking about right there, okay? 800 by 16.
Yeah, that's just one, but let me go to Blogger. I'll just go stick it in here somewhere.
And I'm only going over this because those that want to be here want to learn more about Perfect Content or the Content Factory and how we utilize it. So I think I'm probably going to pretty much wrap it up, Herc, and say thank you very much. And if there's any other questions,
Didn't work.
What's that?
So it didn't work.
Oh, okay.
Let me just stick it up here at the top somewhere.
Yeah, you're trying to do something that we on the spot, which is fine. It's okay. I think everybody gets the idea, right? So, Herc, one other bonus for everybody. The idea for all of this came from Gary 3 years ago.
There you go.
Okay. So there you see
There
it
you
right
go.
there. And if you make it a
Yep.
little bit skinnier,
Yep.
it
Go back into the HTML and change it to
make it 10.
make it 5.
Yeah, 5 is fine.
See, there you go.
Okay. So do y'all see that? How cool this is and how much information you can get by utilizing the content that we're generating with the Content Factory. But one other bonus that we have, guys, is the Ultimate Video Ranking course, which is actually the amoeba of this product. It's what Gary started with. It was a WSO for 3 days in a row, WSO for the month, still for sale today at $67. We're going to give everybody a copy of that for you guys, Herc and Todd. We appreciate the opportunity of being here. And any other questions? Or we can say thank you very much and go from here.
Awesome. Guys, let's do it like this. Can you guys, I'm going to take the screen back here.
Sure, go ahead.
And you guys, the guys that are still on, you know, there's actually still a lot of people on. So thank you guys for staying. And I know that like they really did give an in-depth demo of everything. And I know that typically on sales webinars, you guys are more used to like, you know, not that level of detail on stuff. You're just more about what it does and does it work, right? So for everybody that's still on, thank you guys. Hopefully you're seeing the value in this software. Let me grab the screen here. Right.
Oh, hey, Herc, that pin that you see up there with all those pins in the map, that's what we're going to get in the new module, buddy.
Awesome. Okay, guys, so let me just go over it one more time, guys. So what you just saw, guys, was the Content Factory. Okay, so what I'm highlighting right here, this only comes in the combo package. Combo meaning you get 2 softwares, Ranking Factory and Content Factory. Okay, that's the 1747, but it goes down to 1447 for another day and 5 hours. Here's the coupon code for that. If you guys want the basic license, which is just Ranking Factory, okay, use the coupon code PS100 for that, and that'll bring that down to 897 for you guys. The link to buy this either package, guys, once again, projectsupremacy.com/RF. We will put up a replay, okay, guys, in hopefully by, I'll say by tomorrow morning. I do have some more real estate stuff to take care of tonight, but we'll have a replay up for you by tomorrow morning for anyone that wants to watch it all again. If there's anybody that has any last questions, you know, you want to buy but you haven't had your question answered, now is the time to definitely ask that question, because we're going to end this in about 3 to 5 minutes here.
Hey, one thing I wanted to bring up too, Herc and Patrick, earlier today, we were looking at all of the testimonials in the Skype group, where there's over 590 members in there, and I thought we were going to sort of let people in on that a little bit. Patrick,
I can do that.
you know, just go through there. I know we had picked out we were scrolling through it and finding a lot of really cool user testimonials from people that are actively using this software and getting amazing results. And you know, that's important to every one of you on there on this webinar, to know that, you know, this software is getting amazing results for a lot of people.
Hey, look at the, you know, the last comment from Dwayne in the chat box. Yeah, that's an unsolicited comment.
Yeah, I would like to state that the Skype group is invaluable and the devs are on top of bugs. Yeah, absolutely. You can tell there's a lot of activity in there.
That's from Dwayne Armstrong, guys. I'm sure you guys have all seen him in the group. Hey, Dwayne, what's up, dude?
You know, what's really cool is that there's a lot of, you know, cross-pollination between, you know, your product, our product, you know, because really good people gravitate to really good products. The processes sometimes, you know, require a little bit of effort, but the results are generally way worth, you know, the effort that we're putting in and the time that we're saving to accomplish this. And one of the things that we have been getting really good results on lately is, you know, fairly quick rankings in the GMB, and that's a really hot topic right now. And we have a lot of people that are just, you know, killing it with the GMB rankings. by utilizing some of the processes that we've talked about here today.
Awesome. Any other, that's it. Do you teach the GMB rankings in your members area? Well, they have the Skype group, guys, where they obviously have the social, the Facebook group, where people are obviously helping each other out and talking about a lot of stuff. They also have the Skype group, so you're going to get a lot of support and training from the guys plus the other members as well. And I'm sure you guys support your software with video training and shit like that as well.
Yeah, we're because a lot of things have changed recently. We're redoing most all of our videos right now. We've hired new support, and they're killing it right now in terms of recreating some of the things that have changed. And so we're on top of that on a daily basis, and making them whatever changes we get them done. So if you want to give me my screen, I don't care. I'll scroll through this and just kind of share with people. 592 people in our Skype group, and it just goes on. What can I say? Okay, on and on. If you have a question, what do you do? And we have Dr. Leon in here, who's one of our developers and members with questions. What are best practices? We answer them. So as you can see, this thing goes on and on and on and on and on. And Terry is, one of our trainers. And when you do come involved with Ranking Factory, he does have a $10 a month membership, but he trains like crazy, does videos like crazy, how to embed the calendar, the MB4. You see this in here. And over here, he has half of our members are in his group, as you can see. And it's just crazy good. Just keeps going on and on and on. Here's some rankings that we got that somebody's showing right there. It just keeps going. So everybody is also, which is also cool, is that because of the intensity of how many different programs there are, people are putting in their formulas and their recipes. Well, I used Calendar and Cloud Stacker and Sheets, and these are the results I got. I used this, and this, and this, and had that. This is how you do an embed code. Calendar embed code page. If we have a problem, people are in here to answer your questions. Okay, getting this when I do an embed code. Okay, here's the people that are answering the questions in here for you. So the really awesome thing for me is that the Skype group is literally an unsupported support group that are free and sharing with all information from everything that they design and develop. And I've never, ever, ever seen anything like this before, ever. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. So, we wouldn't have this much activity if we weren't successful, and we wouldn't have this many people in both of these groups if we weren't successful at all. Cool?
Awesome. Okay, guys, I think we're going to end it at that so I can get to work and hopefully get a replay up. But thanks, obviously, to Patrick for presenting, and Keith. And I know Gary was on there for a bit, but something happened. He had a power outage or something. So thank you guys so much for your presentation. Thanks, everybody who's still on the webinar. And I'll do my best to get that replay out as soon as possible, and we will mail that out to you and post it in the group and everything good like that to make sure you all get it.
Hey, Herc, one thing that kind of gives me chills is that when we end the webinar with 90% of the people that we started with, some people get a little irritated because it's long, but when you got 90% of everybody that was here when we started, when we're kind of ending here, that kind of tells you that we're on the right track of sharing and giving good value to everybody so that they can learn. Even if they don't buy this, I feel comfortable today that my time was well spent, your time was well spent, because people that trust you got great value and learned something, whether they buy or not. We've actually been able to help and train and teach and give people some ideas that will help them in their business. So that's my takeaway.
Awesome. And I see a lot of great comments coming in. So thanks, everybody, for coming on the webinar. And let's end her at that so we can all go eat some dinner.
Awesome.
Okay. Talk to you guys later.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.